Hello everyone, welcome to the new lesson of this course. And today we are going to create a Happy New Year animation with the help of clippath property. As you can see, wherever it's moved downward, it displays bye bye 225. And whenever it's moved upward, it's written Happy New Year 2026. It is a text animation. You can notice our screen is split horizontally two parts. Top half come with red background and the bottom half come with white background. Also our text is moving from the top and bottom again and again and changing from Happy New Year 2026 to Bye Bye 2025. Also you can notice the color is changing from white to red. We will use the clippath property to create this effect. So without wasting your time, let's start the practical and see how we can create that. Before we start the practical, let me introduce you something. This project is part of my CSS and Web Animation Complete Guide course. It is the most complete and advanced course about CSS animations. It's come with more than 26 plus hour content, 214 downloadable resources till now. Also you can access this course for lifetime. And as you can see, it is the bestseller course on Udemy. In this course, you will learn keyframe-based animation, JavaScript animation, DOM-based animation, GSAP animation, SVG animation, clippath animation, and many more. So let's check out this course for once. It will not disappoint you. So I will provide the link of this course in my description. Check out for once. I hope you will enjoy that. So as you can see side by side, I opened my Visual Studio Code editor and my browser using Live Server extension, and I already created an HTML document named index.html. With that I create style.css file and I link this file with this document. Now at first inside our body tag I am going to create a div. So type div and inside this div element here I am going to take a h2 element. So type h2 and inside this h2 element I am going to take span tag, span, and inside this span tag I am going to type bye bye, and then again I am going to take another span tag, span, and in this one I am going to type this is 2025, bye bye 2025. With that also I'm going to assign a class name to this div tag. Class, it's a box class, box. Also I'm going to assign another class, it is box1, box1. Then I duplicate that section. After duplicate it, I'm going to make this one box2 and also I'm going to replace the text from bye bye to Happy New Year. Happy New Year 2026, and I'm going to save that file. Not only that, I'm going to move all of these, all the div tag inside the section tag, section, and I'm going to move all the code, cut and paste inside this section tag. Now let's start the styling. So I'm going to jump into the style.css file, and at first I'm going to import font from Google, and here I'm going to import Poppins font. So I import the font. After I import the font, I'm going to select the universal selector star and I'm going to apply margin and padding all of the elements. Some type margin, I'm going to set it 0, and also padding, I'm going to set it 0. So I remove margin and padding from all of the element. After that I'm going to make box sizing, border box. Also I'm going to define the font family. Font family, here I'm going to apply Poppins. So inside the double quotes I'm going to type Poppins and it is from the sans serif font family. Next I'm going to target the body tag. So here I'm going to type body inside the curly braces, and I'm going to set overflow hidden. Then after that I'm going to target this section tag, section. Then inside the curly braces here first I'm going to define the position position, I'm going to make it relative. After that, I'm going to define width and height. Width 100 VW, viewport width 100 viewport width, and height 100 VH. And I'm going to set this file. After set this file, this is how our text look like because we apply popping font. After style this section tag, I am going to select the box div element, this box div. Some type dot box. Then inside the curly braces, the first property I'm going to apply position. Position, I want to make it absolute position. Then I'm going to apply top. From the top, I want to place it 0. And from the left, also I'm going to place it 0. Next, I'm going to define width and height to this box. Width 100%. Also height 100%. That's it. So we have total 2 box div element as you can see in my structure. And I'm going to set this file. After set this file, as you can see, it's overlap with each other. Our text is placed top of each other because of the position absolute. And as you can see, we start from top 0 and left 0. That's why it started from here. And now we need to position it center of the page. To position its center, I'm going to use display property. Display, I'm going to make it flex. Justify content center. Also align item center. Now, if I set this file, as you can see, vertically and horizontally center both the text. After that, I'm going to target the box 2. The second box. Box 2. Dot box 2. We need to target it with their class name. Then inside the curly braces, now at first inside this box 2, I'm going to add the background. Background, I'm going to apply red color background, red, pure red color. And I'm going to save this one. Now the second box has this color, this red color, and it hide the first box. And now I want to show only the half of the second box. I want to display the half part of this box. And we can do it very easily using the clip path property. For that, we need to jump into the Clippy website. So I open this tab, and from here we need to create the shape. And then I'm going to select the trapezoid shape. And as I told you and as you know, we need to clip out the bottom half. So I'm going to move this point upward, and at 50% of position I stop it. Also at 50% of position I'm going to stop this point, and after that I'm going to copy the exact code and back to the website. I'm going to paste the exact code inside the box 2. I apply this polygon shape and I'm going to save that file. After save that file, you can see the result. So as you can notice, our second box is perfectly clipped. Also you can notice inside this box we have a text Happy New Year. After that, I'm going to target the H2 element heading 2. Then inside the curly braces, I'm going to define the font size. Font size, and I'm going to assign 40 pixel font. I think 40 pixel is good for it. Let's apply it. Yeah, it's 40 pixel is good for it. I'm going to increase a little more. I'm going to make it 43 and set this one. Yes. And now we need to display the Happy New Year in one line and 2026 in another line. To do that, we need to use display property. And as you can see, here we use total 2 span tag. In one span we type Happy New Year, and in another span we type 2026. So for that, let's apply the display property. Display, I'm going to make it flex, and flex direction, and I'm going to make this one column. And I'm going to save that file. After save that file, this is how it's look like. And we need exactly the same. Now you can notice after apply the column, it separate into 2 lines. It print Happy New Year in one line, and at the second line it print 2026. But you can notice here it print 2025 because we cut the half of the second div element using clip path property. So if I increase the height, height, let me show you. If I make it 70 instead of 50%, now you can notice it's going to change the year. It's going to show Happy New Year 2026. Let me show you. If I save that file, you can see the result. You can see the result at the second line, 20 Happy New Year 2026. Because this time it had the completely first div element text. So let's back to its original clip path property 50% and set that again. So 2025 came from the, let me show you, 2025 came from the first div element and Happy New Year came from the second div element. Now let's back to the style.css file, and here I'm going to apply transform property. Transform translate y, and here to apply negative 70%, and I'm going to save that file. After move the text upward, you can clearly notice the text from the second div element, Happy New Year 2026. Also, we need to align the text middle of this page, 2026. If I move the text downward, let me show you. If I move it down 70% and then save this file, now you can see bye bye 2025. Because of this clip path property, this time our second text is not visible and our first text is visible, bye bye 2025. So for now, I'm going to apply, I want to show only the second div element text, Happy New Year 2026. And also I'm going to align the text. And to align the text, here I'm going to use text align property, text align center, and I'm going to save that file. Next, I'm going to change the color of the h2 element, and I'm going to target the second div h2 element. So here we type dot box2, I want to target the h2 element, and inside the curly braces, I'm going to apply color, and I want to make font color white. And I'm going to save that file. After save that file, you can see the result. Next, we need to target the second span tag, where we place the year. We need to target this span tag from both the h2 element. So, to target that, I'm going to type span colon nth child, and here inside the round braces, I'm going to target the second child. Then inside the curly braces, here I'm going to define the line height, and I'm going to apply a line height 1 em. Also font size 2 em, and I'm going to save that one. So this is how it's look like. Now after that, let's create the animation that going to move the text upward and downward. If we animate the translate y function, if I move the text vertically up and down, in that case, it's going to provide the effect. For that, I'm going to define a keyframe, and our keyframe name is @keyframes animate. Now inside this animate keyframe, I want to seed the text for while at the top. Also, we need to seed the text for while at the bottom. For that, to achieve this, at 0% of duration, also up to comma at 45% of duration, inside the curly braces, I want to apply transform property. Transform translate y minus 70%. So when I reload my browser, the text will stay on its position from the beginning of the animation. So if I run this animation for 10 seconds, then in that case 4.5 seconds it's going to stay its own place. Then below that, at 55% and 90%, I'm going to apply transform translate y, and inside the round braces, here I'm going to type positive 70%. So within 10% of animation duration, it's going to change the position of the text. I want to say from 45 to 55%, between these two duration, it's going to change the text position. Now after it moving down, I want to back it top again after 10% duration. So at 100% of duration, so between 90 and 100, I want to move that element again, move the text again. So I'm going to type transform translate y minus 70% again. After that, I will go up here and inside this h2 element, after text align, I'm going to call the animation property animation. Our animation name is animate, and I want to run this animation for 3 seconds, and mode is in out, also I'm going to run this animation for infinite time. Iteration count is infinite, and I'm going to save that file. After save that file, you can notice the result. So within 3 seconds it complete the animation. Also from 0 to 45% duration it stay upward, and 55 to 90% it stay downward. So it's still while for upward and downward, and whenever it change the position, also it's change the text because of this clip path property. And the only thing is left now, we need to change the color. So whenever the text move from the box 2 from box 1, we need to change the color. We need to make it red, not black. For that, in our H2 selector, I'm going to add the color, text color, and I'm going to make it red, and I'm going to save that file. So after save that file, whenever it move down, as you can notice, it's changed the color, it become red, and whenever it move upward, it become white. So we achieve our desired effect with the help of clip path animation. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the upcoming project.